of the power goes to your head. Hello guys, welcome back to Sam's Motoring Machine. So last time you saw me get the new 20-inch L405 wheels fitted to the Rangy and all was well in the world. Unfortunately, on my drive into work on Monday morning I realised I had a massive wheel wobble caused by the new wheels and tyres. After taking the truck back to the tyre fitters, we realised two of the tyres had massive flat spots and were well out of round. Bugger. Instead of buying two new Pirelli Scorpions, I decided to bring forward my medium-term plan of fitting the Rangy with some proper all-terrain tyres, making it suitable for all manner of off-road and overlanding adventure. The next step was to decide which tyres I was going to fit and in which size. I knew I wanted to stick with one of the big recognised 4x4 brands, so BFG, Cooper, Goodyear or maybe Toyo, and I knew I wanted to go up from the standard L322 size of about 30 inches diameter. After umming and ahhing over the BFG KO2, I finally decided on a set of Cooper Discoverer 83 Sport 2s. The Coopers are a relatively mild all-terrain tyre, meaning they're not overly aggressive, but they are perfect for the 90% on-road use that my Rangy will get. I personally know people who have gotten nearly 70,000 miles from a set of Cooper 83s, so although they might seem expensive now, they should work out to be pretty good value over time. The Coopers are available in a few sizes, but the most suitable I found was the 275/55 R20. This stands at 31.9 inches tall and 10.8 inches wide, so it's a good bit bigger than the standard fitment, but not too crazy. You can see from this comparison site how that looks. I've also gained half an inch of sidewall despite going up from 19 inch to 20 inch, which is nice. It does mean the speedo will underread by about 6% though, but I think there's a way I can resolve that. So what does a 32-inch all-terrain tyre look like on an otherwise standard L322? In my opinion, bloody awesome. One of the first things people say when they see an all-terrain tyre is, "Ooh, bet that's noisy." And in fact, I bet there'll be some comments below from people who haven't reached this bit in the video yet. So I thought I'd apply some science and test in-cab noise before and after the new tyres. So here we are on a bit of dual carriageway. I'm just going to manually put the gearbox into 8th at about 60 miles an hour. So that the noise we get is mostly tyre noise. And we're going to take a quick reading here. I've done a few readings, guys. At 60 miles an hour, gearbox in 8th, I'm averaging around 64.9 to 65 dB, so that's our baseline measurement. Right, let's go and get those tyres fitted, and then we'll come back and do another test. Right guys, same truck, same road, same day, different tyres. Let's give it another go. To my ear, it doesn't sound really much louder at all. So we're doing 60, same speed, let's give it a go. .3 guys. These new, bigger, knobbly all-terrain tyres are nearly a decibel quieter than the Pirelli Scorpion Verdes that I just removed. That's amazing, but I can actually hear it as well. It does actually sound very quiet. Let's give it another go just to be sure. Yep, 64.1 decibels. That's exactly 1 decibel quieter. That is incredible. And that's testament to how good these Cooper tyres are. They can be that much more aggressive and have that much deeper tread and wider tread gaps and still be quieter than a road biased tyre. Admittedly, a part worn road biased tyre. But I think that's a really good example of tyre technology performing. Let's go up, let's take it up to about 70 mile an hour, and I just want to see how well balanced they feel. So we're at 70 now, and it still feels perfectly smooth. Not a single movement through the wheel, it's tracking dead straight. Couldn't be happier. The other thing about this is the first time that I've put bigger tyres on a car and it hasn't felt underpowered straight away. So in the past where I've put big tyres on Discoveries and Defenders with 200 TDI engines, 300 TDI engines, you really notice the increased gearing. So the car instantly feels underpowered, whereas this, to be honest, it hasn't made any difference whatsoever. You've just got so much torque on tap that it's not really made any odds whatsoever. Well impressed. Can't believe that, guys. 1 decibel quieter. That's incredible. For anybody who's interested, I was measuring it on an LA EQ setting. A means A-weighted, which effectively means it's measuring the frequencies that most commonly picked up by the human ear. So it's kind of adjusted for human hearing. And then EQ basically just gives an average over time. So instead of giving an instantaneous reading, I was taking like an average over 15 seconds, which again gives you a bit more of a realistic overview of the sound. Still love the way this car pulls up to speed so well, so quickly. The wear on those old tyres had definitely made the steering very skittish on this car. So when I first fitted these wheels and had the part worn tyres on, the steering was all over the place. On a road like this, I would constantly have to be adjusting, but this is sitting completely dead now in the centre of the road. And over every bump you could feel it pulling the steering, which You would think maybe a tracking was out the way it was driving, but I've not had the tracking done on this yet. And just these new tyres fitted, it's completely levelled it out and stabled up the steering, which is amazing. I'm really happy with it. Wow, I'm blown away, guys. Blown away. For a Range Rover, the turning circle is not that bad actually. So I'm just going to turn down this back road and see how she feels over a few interesting corners. Still got enough get up and go, I think. That was about half throttle, guys. Yeah, this is way better. Feels so confident in these corners now. Steering is completely doing exactly as I want it to. Yeah, this feels 100 times better than the Part 1 Pirellis. Gotta love it. Oh my god, the power goes to your head. I find even when I'm like accelerating hard like that, I still don't push the pedal fully flat to the floor because it's just too much. Maybe it's just me. You really wouldn't think that paddle shift would be a good addition on a car like this as well, a 3-ton barge, but it still makes it really fun when you're pulling out of corners. Brakes feel good as well, so I don't want to squash this cyclist or scare him. Should probably stop playing now because otherwise my fuel tank's going to be empty. Now I know this won't be to everyone's tastes. I can imagine the comments now on YouTube. You don't need all-terrain tyres, you're a townie. Yeah, I also don't need a Range Rover, but I've still got one. For me, the Range Rover's always been about that ultimate blend between on and off-road capability. And proper tyres let you experience both ends of that continuum. If you've just got normal road tyres, well, everyone's seen the videos of you know, Discovery 4s, Range Rovers, getting stuck on wet grass and getting overtaken by Fiat Panda. That's entirely down to tyre choice. So for me, to run a Range Rover without all-terrain tyres, you're throwing away half of its ability. So in the future, when I set out on adventures in this car, I want to be 100% confident that whatever I throw at the car, it can take it and it's ready for it. I do intend to do a bit of green laning as well in the future. Not just yet, obviously recreational driving isn't really allowed, so but yeah, in the future you guys can expect to see some green laning videos on that. But yeah, so over the last sort of week or so, my YouTube channel's had more views and more subscribers than I've ever had before in such a short period. So I wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who's subscribed in the last few weeks, and also everybody who's been subscribed for a long time, long-suffering subscribers that have been waiting for me to make content. I've also had a massive influx of comments as well, which is really nice to see. Vast majority of them are really positive. And I do read all the comments. I try to answer as many as I can, but there really are a lot. And looking forward, I definitely intend to keep making content for you guys, whether that be on the Range Rover or the Cummins Defender when I get that here. I think everyone will find that pretty interesting. If you're interested in Range Rovers, I think you'll definitely be interested in my Defender content too when that goes up. And thinking about the longer term future of my YouTube channel, there will come a point where I've exhausted all the videos that I can do on this Range Rover and on the Defender too. I do have other cars. I've got a Mazda MX-5 project which I'm working on. It's like a cheap turbo project. I'm thinking about putting videos up on that, but I'm not sure yet. But ultimately, ultimately I'm not one of these YouTubers that can just buy cars for content. I wish I was. That's a long-term goal of mine, to be in that situation. But at the moment, I'm not in a financial or personal situation really to do that. So for now, I'm gonna have to stick with what I've got. But yeah, as I said, long-term goal, I'd love to be able to do that kind of thing. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, then stick around. But anyway, that's enough of my babble. I've got to get back to the house now, where I've got a package of air suspension parts that I've got to fit to this. So that's going to be next week's video. But thank you again, guys, for all your comments, and remember to subscribe if you've not done already. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Beautiful day.